Podcast, and we ain't got a theme song. Where is my co-host right now? I thought I had a co-host, apparently, or don't have a co-host.
I had to make an entrance. Even though you can barely see my head.
You got a hat popping
That's
off.
good. I got pops.
Let's back up
You
the
right.
Let's back
Back
the chair
the chairs
up.
up.
Yeah, back the chair up.
Back
a
it
little.
up. Back it up.
Oh, really close. We really close. Here we
Uh-oh.
go. You get it?
Right.
Slide in there.
Now. All right, there we go.
Slide
I wish I
in.
had more light on my face. This is so Hollywood these
Oh,
days.
word? Yeah, I got you.
So Hollywood.
I'm
You
sorry,
know what I'm saying?
I'm
It's a little, oh, come through, set design. We got interns this week, boy.
Yeah.
They working.
That was me, the intern. But you know what I mean?
Listen, sometimes you wear many hats.
Hey, I'm wearing 4 hats right now.
4 hats.
Well, at least 2. I'm wearing this one in my Jimmy hat, just in case. I gotta be prepared.
Always
I gotta be prepared.
I know. It's these days. It's really easy to trip and fall on a dick. Like they just everywhere. It's really easy.
Okay, that's
You know
how
what I mean? Super easy.
that's how
So
you get
stay
down.
wrapped up. Stay
You just
wrapped
be out
up.
here falling on dicks, just out here.
That's what it is. These streets are
These-
slippery, bro.
I see.
They're
I
all
see.
slippery slopes.
You out here slippery
leading to
streets
dicks.
right now.
In these streets.
You looking like slippery streets right now. So
Yeah.
you know the podcast. We're here, episode 4.
4,
Um,
cuatro,
uh,
in Espanol for Hispanic heritage.
in French, it's
Yes.
quatre.
Quatre.
You know what I mean? Come on now, you ain't know I knew that. They ain't know I knew that. See, they thought I was one of those black guys. They ain't know what he was talking about. You feel me? But we here at the podcast episode 4 at Unruly Collective for this second season.
Word.
As you know, we got the Ukrainian art in the back. Yo, shout out holla to Ukraine.
They only 25, right?
Well, they only
$25.
$25.
$25.
Shout
2
out-
for 40. I
Yo,
heard.
shout out holla to Ukraine for holding it down right now. They want them back and they not having it. They like, I'm not coming back to you, baby. And he like, no, I want you back, yo. And if
That
I
is-
can't have you, I'm gonna rape you. But anyway, it's a cold
It's always
world
a
out.
bridge too far with you.
It was too far. It was too far.
It was too
It
far.
was too far. It's all right.
I mean, like,
This episode will be flagged, but not all episodes will be flagged. But hopefully we'll get
this will
through.
not get flagged.
No, we won't get
We'll
it.
get through.
You think
We'll
so?
get through.
You think
Yeah.
so? I've been
yeah.
trying to get flagged. I've noticed now it's like canceling, flagging, like people being like, "Oh my god, I can't believe he said that." It's like that gets you more
Right, you
notoriety
need
than being
that
a good
shot.
person.
Right. That's true.
Yeah, like I have
That's
a
true.
long list of good person things I can do.
I
Like,
too
you know?
believe, you know what? I'm also coming to that belief
Yeah.
that on the internet it's got to be villain time. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Straight demon mode. It cannot
Yes.
be nice. Cannot be nice because again, the internet
The internet.
is worse than these streets.
The internet is worse than you be slipping and falling on penises on the internet.
No,
How you
I
do that?
don't. I don't.
Digital dicks.
I'll tell you why. I do slip up with digital dicks. Matter of fact, because I used to have an OnlyFans, right? You know, I gotta make
Whoa!
my
Don't try to skip over that. You used to have an OnlyFans.
I used to have OnlyFans.
And you showed like what you showed on your OnlyFans.
I'm not. You should subscribe and find out.
Oh,
The
so it's
point
still out
is,
there.
it's still out there. It's still out there. You can find it if you want to find it.
I think I'm
You
good.
know what I mean? If not, just talk to me. I'll send you the link. I will shoot you the link.
I think I'm good.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm sure. I
Yeah.
know you're good. That's
Yeah.
why you didn't know I had one.
Yeah,
The
of
point is
course.
that, right? Recently,
Uh-huh.
I have found somebody that was like a friend of mine. They had my personal information
Uh-huh.
already, and I didn't know they had subscribed to my OnlyFans.
Mm.
So one day I open up a message and it's his dick. And he's like, "Can you rate my dick?" And I was like, you could. You can hit
Did
my
you rate-
Cash App with a couple $100 for these unsolicited. I did not ask
Okay. Did he?
for this position. You just gonna bestow it upon me. You could throw some money my way too, right?
All right.
Because you was on my OnlyFans. I know you got it. My account's expensive.
200 for the dick rating.
Yeah. I would rate anybody's pics
That's
for
all right.
$200. Shoot me at Cash App, okay?
Yo,
J God is art on Cash App. The God is art on Venmo.
I just
or
seen
Zelle.
a bum's dick
Remember, you
on
can
a
holler
train
at
before
me.
I came here,
I
and
don't
I
know.
rated that dick. So
But I
please
figured,
send me
like,
your
I
dick
got
too.
to start
$200.
Anyway, so since this dude was on my he was a subscriber and he had my personal information already,
Uh-huh.
right? He felt it was cool to send me an unsolicited dick pic and
Okay.
ask me to rate it. And then had the caucasity to
Okay.
be offended that I asked him for money when he asked for what I would rate his
Did he-
dick.
did
I
he-
will never tell you until you send me my money.
Did he
Send
send?
me my money.
Did you send him the money? he
You
send
never
you the
sent
money?
the money. That's why to this
So you
day
never
I've
rated
not
it?
rated it. No, but what he has done is continue to
He's-
send me dick pics, like
Okay, but does he-
variations. There's black and white.
Okay.
There's some tops. There's some.
I love
You know
that
what I
he's
mean?
like
I
doing
got
like the
mad
due
angles,
diligence
but
to
he
like.
has yet to send that cash app. That's my point, y'all. You gotta send that cash app so I know it's real.
I really,
Okay.
I love that
What's
he's
real?
doing the due diligence of like being like, you don't like this one? We'll try this one in black and white with socks on.
You know what
You
I
know what
like?
I like?
I like it. I like it next to I like it right next to a text message that said I just got paid $200 to rate your.
Well, then it's
and,
not.
and that's per picture, gentlemen.
That's solicited.
That is per
then.
picture.
And that becomes
No, it's not solicitation.
Yes.
If I didn't solicit the penis,
that's no.
I'm just providing the service.
What are
I'm
you
providing
talking?
a service.
That's
I'm
called
offering a service.
solicitation is a service.
But
What are you talking about?
that's just because if you're gonna.
That's why it's an unsolicited.
If you're gonna
dick pic.
send me the DP and you're not going to send a payment with it,
Mhm.
then you are basically sexually assaulting me on a digital level.
Uh-huh.
You know what I mean?
But if
I
they
can't
do
go
send the
arrested for
money,
that.
you become an eyeball hole.
I'll be that.
You're an eyeball prostitute.
I would be that,
But you
'cause
can
you know
go to
what?
jail for that though.
What?
Because solicitation, you're soliciting.
No, I'm not soliciting. It's
Oh my
different.
God, what is the?
Solicitation.
We're gonna look up the
not
laws
that.
and in episode 5. Episode
Come back
5.
with an update.
I'm gonna come back with an update because I'm not sure about this. I'm really doubting the truthfulness or the what's it called, the authenticity of this. All right.
It's a hard.
All right,
it's hard to navigate.
We're gonna find this video.
Please, studio audience. We got studio audience this time around.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean. We gotta remind our studio audience to please quiet your cell phone.
Yo, turn your cell phone off, B.
Put them on silent.
Put
Tell
your-
you busy.
Tell your
Or
your
just pick up-
babushka you busy.
Pick
B.
up, cough, and hang up. Like that's what I would do.
Ugh, 9 Corona times. It's
I
still,
mean,
it's
look.
still chronic out
Is
here,
it
yo.
still chronic? You would
Yeah.
never fucking know if
It's-
it's still chronic out here.
I'm not playing around with
Nah,
this.
I feel like I go outside now and everybody around everywhere,
Look,
they like act like Corona never happened. Like, what are you talking about? Pandemic? What pandemic? Like,
don't
I'm
know.
living my best life, and I'm like,
I
are
don't
you
know
now?
these people. Every time,
No,
this is a
I
certain
don't
thing.
like it.
I ride
don't
the
like
train.
it.
I ride the train at all hours, right? So in the morning time during work hours, those work people all have masks on.
Yeah,
By like 6 p.m., it's maybe about 30% without mask. At around 9 or 10 p.m., the only people wearing masks are people not jerking off. So it's like it's just you gotta take
or
the-
not drunk. Which
Or
my
not-
god, I'm not even excited for St. Patrick's Day, and that's my daddy's
Ooh,
birthday.
that's gonna be
Shout out to
crazy.
my daddy.
Yo, shout outs to your pops and also shout outs to St. Patty's Day. Is your pops Irish?
No.
He just not a
Nice
little bit
black.
Irish.
He's just black. He's just hella black.
Is he West Indian at least? Is he Jamaican?
Yeah, he's
Jamaican? Because
no,
Jamaicans are close
he's-
to Irish.
I don't even know how to say this. His family's from the Virgin Islands. So I don't even know how to say that. Is
He's
that
Virgin
like
Islandin.
he's a Virgin Islander?
He's a Virgin
or
Islander.
a
All right,
Virgin
we're gonna keep this moving right now. We're gonna play. I downloaded it.
You did.
I did download it.
Oh yes.
I met this young lady. I met her at South by Southwest.
Work. She was out in Austin. She used to be out in Austin.
She used to be out in Austin. I don't know where you know her from. And
I know
also,
her through End of the Week.
I was about to say, I
The
also
Mighty
know
Mighty
EOW.
Dub.
EOW, that's something that also exists. So we're gonna play this video, then we're gonna come right back. We speeding through this today. We're coming right back with our first guest, and it's a surprise guest. She's streaming in from the other side of the world. So we're gonna hit her up after we watch this nice video.
This summer, enter a world unheard of till now, filled with romance, scandal, glamour, and murder. A New York dame adrift in a new town, left with no choice but to trounce the trollops who cross her. She can capture a millionaire's heart in the blink of an eye, conquer a cocaine empire with one blow, and wipe out Wall Street on a whim. All while outdressing the models at Tiffany's. More dashing than Dietrich, more delectable than de Havilland, more defiant than de Merg. But sorry, fellas, she's spoken for. The damsel once known as Dominils makes her starring debut on the silver screen as Dama, the blonde bombshell with more than one way to take care of a man. Will she find love in the land of the lawless, or will she bow to the throne and take her seat as the most gangster bitch in these streets? Find out before this record is sealed in the FBI vault.
Okay, that was very
That was the
interesting.
homie Dominille's new
Yeah.
promo for her new album that's coming out next month.
That was
Or at the end of this
interesting.
month. She did like, it's a whole theme, like from beginning to end. It's themed. All the videos tell a story. So it's like you remember when you used to do Movios?
Yeah, Munoz.
It's like that. It's like on some, so shout out to her. I
Shout
can't
out
wait to hear
Domino's.
it.
It was it reminded me of propaganda, like 1940s propaganda. Like it was like, man, she.
I love that. I love the I love that she took these songs and she crafted a narrative out of them and then styled it real in a way that I think really highlights her natural beauty. So I think, it's perfect. I love to see the way that artists like breathe life into old things, make the ideas their own, and also just in terms of hip hop, you know what I mean? Like how many people is like really like, I haven't seen videos that kind of reclaim time periods where like all of these people wouldn't be able to participate in society and just like hold it down. You know what I mean?
Sure. So we gon' I'm shout outs Domino's. I'm jumping right into it because this
special guest.
This week is special. We got a couple of special guests. This young lady right here be killing the Broadway comedy scene. You've seen her all over, and I'm gonna put her on a show in April. We're gonna catch it up with Victoria Arnstein. Yo, y'all give it up.
All right. What's up?
What's up, Vicky? How you doing?
What's up? That sounded like an intro at stand-up comedy.
Yeah, I had to give you the stand-up New York intro.
You know how you've been in comedy too long? Yeah. Whenever I leave a party now, I'm like, okay, guys, thank you. That's my time.
It's been great.
Even in like a Zoom or something, I'm just like regular phone call. I'm like, all right, that's my time. I gotta go.
You start giving your Instagram and stuff. You can find me at
we call me back later.
We're on Zoom
my phone
together.
Number.
Yeah.
Does anybody even ever remember your Instagram? I'm on a podcast. Does anybody ever remember your Instagram, like when you say it on the mic?
Well, I usually give time to pause and let them, like whoever liked me, let them like type it into their phone or try to type it in or something like that.
I try to work it into.
Yeah, I give it a little like 4 or 5 seconds, like Hetty Cornelius or second funniest comedian in the world. You know what I mean? Give a little point out. So maybe, I don't know.
And everyone's dying to know who the first comedian is, who the first funniest comedian is.
I don't know. I feel like losers focus on first. Like, only winners focus on number 2. You feel me? So that's how.
Well, the second one could be the first loser.
Yeah. That constant balance.
You know what I mean? Everything that glitters is not silver. But
I'm gonna switch rooms because it got crowded in here.
Okay, I see you in the I don't know what kind of room.
Yeah,
that's
nice.
Nice, right?
What's that?
Let's do a tour of the
white walls and
house.
whatnot. Okay, chandelier.
That was a chandelier.
Chandelier.
My kids are older because the walls are still white.
Oh yeah, okay.
Nice.
They used to put crayon. They used to put crayon all over the place.
How old are your kids?
My youngest is 16, my oldest is 21, and then I have a 20-year-old also.
Nice.
You've been dropping it like it's hot. That's what's
Shout out to your life, bro.
Yeah.
So what's up, guys? What do you want to talk about? Racism?
We're gonna talk about. Well, I want to get into like your craft as an artist first, and then we're gonna hit the hard hitting questions. You know what I mean? Right. Like, how did you get into comedy? I saw you at Broadway. How long you been in the comedy? How'd you get in, and what keeps you going?
That's a lot.
All right. Well, when I was I come from a Jewish community in Brooklyn.
Okay.
And everything was focused on getting married. Like at a young age. Like I'm 52, so figure back in the 80s. At 15, I started to date. It was like very marriage oriented. So, I mean, I was a little bit different from my community because I wanted to, explore, become an actress. I was in community plays. I wanted to try to do Broadway or whatever. And I had comedic roles and I was getting laughs. And I was like, oh, this feels good. And then I would go to comedy clubs like on dates. and then I would just go by myself to comedy clubs and sit in the back and laugh. And I was like, wow, I would love to do this, but nobody.
Let me hear your comedy club laugh. When a comedian is really funny, let me hear you laugh.
I don't know, crazy.
Yeah. I was thinking about the other day. I couldn't laugh on command. I couldn't remember how I laughed because in the scene, I was doing a scene and it was like, you got to laugh. And I was like, hey, I couldn't remember. So
well, you're very animated on stage. You're amazing. Anyway, so I ended up saying to myself, this would be amazing, but how do they do this? Like, how do they just remember everything they have to say? I still ask that question. But I said, if I ever did this, nobody would ever marry me. I know they wouldn't. Nobody would ever want a wife. Picture, you ever watch the show Mrs. Maisel? The model?
Yes. But one of the best shows on TV.
That was my life. That was kind of like my life. So I was like, I would love to do this, but there's no way. I'd have to go underground. Nobody could know about this because they're all going to come to the clubs in the city, and I'm not going to ever get married. I know it. No one wants to marry a woman that's telling jokes, especially if the man is so like into like, you're not going to work, kids, and I'm going to go to work, and you're going to just, keep your mouth shut. Don't say anything about the family. Now, a comedian doesn't shut her mouth, right? So
right.
No.
How did you like navigate that?
Okay, so I didn't do it.
How did it?
I didn't do it. So when I went into years later, I was a jewelry salesperson on Madison Avenue.
Wow.
And people, I would make major sales, like $100,000 watches, things like that. But I would make the sale after making someone laugh. And I made the connection. I'm like, oh, I make them laugh. They buy something every time. So
that's
like it was
rapport.
Every time.
Right. So it was like a bond that I had with people, and I liked it. Then I went to go visit people, the sick patients at Lenox Hill Hospital. And I used to make them laugh all the time. And I swear to you, I can't tell you how many times they said, you're healing me. I feel healed. This is the best part of my week is when you come visit me. You make me laugh. So I saw the connection of healing. So now I was making a connection of it makes people happy. That's it. Like people forget to laugh and they forget to put comedy in their life. Like even my husband, I'm like, let's watch a comedy, and he won't watch it. And then all of a sudden he'll see me watching it and then he'll laugh. But he doesn't want to sit down and laugh on command. But there are people like that. They don't even want to go to a comedy club. But I find that you have to make it part of your life. It is so important. I wrote a book called Impress Yourself. It's right here, actually.
All right, fellow author in the house.
I see you with the plug. I see you with the. You like my dad? No. I happen to have it right here in my book.
No, I swear to God, it was all the way over here. But I have this book, and all the proceeds go to children's hospitals. Now I don't take $1.
Wow, that's beautiful.
To injured veterans.
You know you're rich. You like, I don't need this extra money.
Well, there was a time I had nothing at all. So I said, if I ever have money, I'm going to donate all the proceeds to a book. So from my book. So I wrote about the 8 pillars of health in my book because I used to be a health coach. I had many, many different lives, guys. I was very many things. So
I see you living all the life. So tell me the life where you're in comedy now and people have called you a racist, Victoria. Is that true?
Okay.
Are you a racist? We're going right into it.
Wow. Really?
I think, all right, first of all, I think that word.
We work on these segues.
Yeah.
I mean, just in the future.
No, I think that word has been so diluted that it doesn't even mean anything anymore. I think people, if they don't realize what a real racist is, and I've experienced major racism. I lived in Hawaii for 7 years, and I'll tell you, there were people that did not like Jews at all. And it's reversed over there. The local Hawaiians don't like white people. They don't like foreigners. They don't like anyone on their island that's not them. They don't like you. They don't like me. They don't like us. They want their Hawaiian language. They want their pidgin, the way they speak. They have like their way. You know what I mean? That's their island. It's their island.
Well, I mean, to be fair, America did kind of steal it from them. Like,
but it also improved it.
Like, we want this. It's ours
But
now.
guess what? But guess what? You could say that, but Samoa is still Samoa, and it's shit because it hasn't gotten anything like, to build it up. And now, because the military bases are all over Hawaii, it's built up Hawaii so strongly that it's become a tourist attraction. No one goes to Samoa, they all go to Hawaii. So think about what we've done for that.
Okay, yes. I don't know.
I think it's perspective.
Yeah, it's definitely
it's perspective.
It's definitely perspective
Yeah.
on in terms
Look,
of like
everybody
the
has
idea of-
everybody.
the idea of
Never
colonialism.
support colonialism. Like, that's just me, though.
or
I mean-
land grabbing, or the idea of inhabiting one's land, especially as a person who is Jewish, you would understand. I feel like someone coming into your land and be like, I now live here and you know what I mean, because of my guns are bigger. But that doesn't matter. That doesn't matter, Victoria. I want to talk about something specific. Okay. So it was said
I
that
have no idea what's about to happen.
I know. This is
so exciting.
this is it was said that a list was going around, right?
Yeah, by a dumb open micer. Go ahead.
A list was going around of racist comics, because I think it was somebody named, like, it was a couple of comics who said some really off-tone stuff that didn't sit right with people, right? So a list went around of like comics who often say off-color things about Black people a lot, or other races. I think like Barry Ribs was on this. Victoria, I'm naming names. Victoria Arnstein was on this. I believe maybe even Ari Schaefer, maybe his name is Ari Schaefer.
Listen.
I don't know these guys.
All right. First of all, let's just get this straight.
Let's get this straight.
Let's just get this straight, okay?
Yeah.
Every single culture talks about every single fucking culture. That's a fact.
Okay.
That's a fucking fact.
I dig it.
If you look in jails, if you look in prisons, the Jews hang out with the Jews. They segregate themselves. Let's just say that that's what happens. You go to the lunch area, you see Jews sitting with Jews, Blacks sitting with Blacks, Chinese with Chinese. Yes. I'm kidding. There's no fucking Chinese in jail. But anyway.
Okay.
You never see them in the news. Anyway, so my point is,
I'm sure there's an Asian jail with Asian people in it, but you know what
people hang with their kind. They segregate naturally on their own. In high school, you'll see it all over. Now, the minute you say something about anything that's not in your group, it becomes a racist thing. Now, if you look at Africa, like Rwanda, they're both Black. They both fucking hated each other. They killed each other. That was not a color. That was about power, right? Now, propaganda divided them. Yes. Propaganda. That's why I'm so angry with media today, because it divides people on purpose. It makes people feel like they're a victim. They feel like they should be against somebody, because when you divide, you conquer. If you're not united, you can conquer it. So they dumb us down with fast food, with bullshit, and then they get you against each other. And that's a fact. And it's never been so divided ever than now.
I'm not against you, Victoria. I just want to know if
the Holocaust is the same thing. Okay. What I said, I wrote an article and I put it on medium.com, and then I posted it on Facebook. And I said I'm against violence of any kind. I don't care if a fucking Jew does it. There's a lot of Jews I can't stand. Trust me.
Okay.
But I wrote I'm against all rioting to get what you want. I will always be against that. I don't care who you are. I don't care what the fuck color you are, what religion you are. I am against violence. That is terror.
You put the article out. In what time did you put the article out? Did something violent happen and then you put the article out?
Yes.
What happened?
Yes. My daughter and I were downstairs. I almost got run over it was right when all the riots started happening. I'm right in the heart of Manhattan. I almost got run over by a motorcycle on the sidewalk. And this guy goes, "Get the fuck out of my way." And my daughter was with me holding my hand. She almost thought I was going to die. Then she saw somebody take a garbage can from outside, the big tin ones, and throw it through a window of a shop. Okay?
What shop was it? No,
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it was late. I'm not there. I
don't know. It was a boutique. It was a boutique shop on Fifth Avenue. But anyway, the point is, is that it doesn't get you anywhere. It doesn't make you well liked. It doesn't make you get what you want. You have to have diplomacy. You have to talk about shit. You can't do violence. That is not my thing.
Wait, can I? Okay, so I have a question, and I'm asking because I feel like you're of the world, you know?
Of the world.
Why don't white people want to talk about shit so that we can move forward as society? Do you think, in your opinion, having like you're someone that has access to white culture, like
just so you know, we have 5 more minutes.
So I want to know, like, what's your opinion on that? Like this whole CRT shit and like just what's happening.
Okay, my daughter goes to public school.
Want to talk about this as people, like, you know, I understand the past is the past in all of our cultures, but there's some past that are still being talked about and supported in the present. And like, there's some past that are just like, we're just going to not even include this in a history book and act like shit didn't happen.
Let's go.
All right, my daughter goes to public school and she's made to feel guilty that she's white. Every single day, they tell her, "What did you say something nice to someone black today?" Who the fuck ever said that to anyone before and about any color? Secondly, she also had to write and learn about all African studies, nothing about the Holocaust. She was pissed. The Holocaust was major, and not one thing was taught about the Holocaust. Okay. And she's like, "You got to be fair. You just have to be fair."
So when you say she felt guilty for being white,
no, she didn't feel guilty. She was
but that's what you just said. Like she was made to feel bad or guilty about being white. How did that occur? I want to know how that occurs. If you're teaching history the way that history happened.
Every single day to be told that you're not good enough because somebody 300 years ago did something. That's like going to Germany right now and me just telling somebody off because of what their great grandfather did to my generation, to the generation.
But you know that like in Germany, the people that lived in Germany after the Holocaust, they literally rioted to get their reparations. And that's the only reason why Germany gave them anything in the first place, is because they said they ripped that fucking country apart after the Holocaust to get reparations. So why would
that country was destroyed? It wasn't from the Germans. That was destroyed because they were invaded. They did shit to themselves. First of all,
we'll have to look up this history lesson. We'll have to look up this history lesson. All right, I want to keep it moving. So in turn, right, you ended up on this racist list. Did you? I'm just giving the facts, guys. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? She's gonna be on my show later. We need to clear the air.
Would a racist even talk to you right now? I mean, would a racist?
Yes, they would. Yes, they would.
Yes.
Let's keep it moving. Yes,
there's a lot of narcissism that goes into being racist.
There's a lot of racists who will have a.
I've been treated by people very badly just for being a Jew. I couldn't even get into a place and buy a drink. Okay, in Hawaii.
They literally have a list of the banks at present day who turn down half the black people for loans. I don't think you not being able to get a Mai Tai is my biggest problem right now. What I'm talking about though is in converse, right? You wrote the article. People didn't like it. They put you on the list. In converse,
not people, white liberal Jews put me on that goddamn
white
list.
liberal Jews put you on the list.
That's interesting.
Yeah, white liberal Jews.
So it was like your own people snitched on you.
White liberal Jews put you on the list.
It wasn't a snitch. That's how they think they're being. No, they thought they were being so noble. They thought they were being like they're up here and I'm down here. Because I think, first of all, I'm against all cancel culture, and I'll tell you why. Because first of all, you want to know what people are thinking and saying. You don't want to silence people. That's first of all.
Yes,
okay.
I dig that.
So I'm out in the open when these yappy little Jews are fucking saying it anyway, but now they're putting people in their places like bullshit that they've done anything noble.
Okay, hold on. Where in turn, did you write a racist list of other racist comments?
Never.
So who wrote that list? Who wrote that list of it was a list of black and brown comments. Yeah, I need to see this. Never. So we should bring on next. We cleared it up. No, we cleared it up. We cleared it up. We're so glad to have Victoria Arnstein, and let's give it up for Victoria.
Thank you so much for your time.
Yo, keep killing it at Broadway. I can't wait to have you on Smokes and Jokes. We really
Thank you.
appreciate your perspective.
And I'll have you on another show.
Yes, I appreciate you. In April, she's gonna be in April.
Nice.
All right, be safe.
Thank
All right. All right, that was amazing.
That was dope. Give up Victoria one more time.
She's telling her story.
Yo.
So we want to bring on the next a young yappy little Jew. No.
That's how he describes it.
Yeah.
That was.
It wasn't me.
It was the
me.
email. It was in the email.
It was either no, but we have another comic, one of Joy's radical.
Word,
Joy's
I
friends.
like one of my friends. Actually, I believe he's like my little. He was calling me boss, from the moment I met him.
Yeah.
So I was like, you got to be kosher, I met him at the Producers Club. I went last Sunday. They have an open mic. It's pretty cool, nice little stage, comfortable seats.
Bring that
Don't
stage.
go after brunch.
Uh-huh.
Do not be drunk when you go because the seats are so comfortable. You might fall asleep. You laugh yourself to sleep. You know what I mean? But it's a nice little open mic. Get a little 5 minutes. You know what I mean? Sip it. So he was cool cat, and I invited him to come chill, talk to us about his life, you know what I mean?
His journey.
Yeah. Give it up for Yanni. I forgot your last name, but he's doing fun.
Yeah, bring your seat right here.
My job is this is right here. We got this whole setup so that
Jew number 2.
Yeah. No, that is fine. That was quite interesting.
Welcome to the podcast.
Did you have anything that you wanted to say or think about or add to?
Listen, it was interesting conversation.
Mhm.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. He's like, I am not
entertaining.
touching that subject.
At all. He's like, can we
I'm
talk
not-
about me now?
But yeah, what's going on in your life, man? Tell us about.
Just
I
came from a show.
I don't know.
Looking sharp over here.
So the truth is, I'm wearing a suit right now because I was at a wedding last night,
Okay.
Oh.
and I like to party hard after weddings.
Okay.
So I just went
So
to work
it's
like
like-
this.
Oh yeah. So you party hard,
Nothing wrong with a
and
like
then you went
that's
to
a walk
work.
of pride
I
right
went to
there.
work, and then I did a show.
Then you went to show. So
Now
that's
I'm here with you.
okay. That's all right,
Yeah.
man. That is all right. How long you been in comedy? Like, what's your journey? I guess I don't want to ask how long you've been in comedy because that matters less than. Let's ask why are you doing comedy?
Why am I doing comedy?
Yeah.
Because fuck doing anything else.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah.
Fuck
Right.
any other job you could have.
Yeah.
If you could laugh your way through your day,
Mm.
Also just hanging out with comedians is a lot of fun.
Mhm.
The different peoples that you meet, the different people on different journeys. Like comedians are fucking the weirdest people in the world.
Yeah.
And the most interesting too.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You're a New Yorker or where you from?
So I grew up in Israel.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
OG Jew.
I didn't know that. OG Jew.
Yo,
So do you know does he
well, I was about to say, my man Vlad. I know Israel's not that big, but you happen to know Vlad?
Fucking, it's 6 million people.
Okay, then
It's
you
yeah.
maybe you do know.
Oh, you're from New York?
Yeah,
You know my cousin?
One time that happened, though. I did know their cousin. I did know
You
their
knew
cousin.
their cousin?
Yeah. I was like, hold on, does he? And we knew each other, but that.
Also, if you want me to know him, Vlad last name,
Oh yeah. I don't know Vlad's. I think it's Roddick or something like
I've met
that.
a Vlad in Israel. Maybe it's him.
Yeah,
maybe it's not.
maybe it's Vlad.
I
Maybe
also
it's
feel
not.
like Vlad is a sort of common name over there.
Yeah, it was
Like
Vlad.
John.
It's Russian, but we have a lot of Russians in Israel.
Okay.
I
A
like
lot of
Russian
Russians,
Jews.
a lot of Russians, a lot of Ukrainians now also.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because
Migration occurs.
yeah, if you're Jewish, you get the right of return in Israel, so you could get automatic citizenship.
What?
Yeah. If you're Jewish, you just hop, you just get a passport, whatever you need, we take care of you.
Word. That's
Shout out.
crazy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
We got fucked up for years. We
Yeah,
got,
he's like,
we got for the drive,
yo, he said, everybody come through. You Jewish,
It's
come
like, come
through.
on.
Listen, man.
I got $1
Free
and
all
some drinks
day,
for you.
all
Yeah.
night.
Joke about it now, but if the Nazis come back, bro,
Yeah.
you
Y'all
got
sure.
storage.
Yeah. Y'all good. Y'all good. Y'all
It's
good.
not all good as I'm not. I don't know about you heard about Jews, but we get very involved in corruption.
Yeah.
You throw us all in one place,
Yeah.
it's a hot mess.
Yeah. Y'all. Yeah.
It's a money orgy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do y'all do the Jewish what I want to say stigmas to each other?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, that's wild.
Like I love Jews and I love it. I'm proud of the fact that I'm Jewish.
Yeah.
But the only person you would ever meet that's a billionaire on food stamps
Yeah.
would be a Jew.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Facts.
Yeah.
Facts.
Who else would pull it off?
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
coming from Crown Heights, that has never been more true.
Yeah.
I see that shit all the time. I'm like, how do you use it? Because I go back to paper food stamps, right? So
Yeah.
I would know the
That's
woman in the
throwback
house
old.
next to me with the 6 kids. You're in the same supermarket as me using food stamps,
Mm,
I bet your house is like $2 million. There's no fucking way.
yeah.
No, come on, bro.
Listen, the government's gonna waste the money anyways, right?
Yeah.
Why not on y'all? That's
Yeah,
not fair.
right,
Why,
right.
why don't you think they'll give it to us?
Yeah.
Because
They know they'll get it right back.
let's be honest, like, corruption in America is not like an easy thing either.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. No. Correct. America is very, very.
Is it not? Wait.
yeah.
It's not easy.
You know, it's not.
Nah,
Yeah, yeah.
How is it not
No,
easy?
you know what? There's no corruption in the United States.
Yeah,
Let's
no,
take
no,
that
no,
step.
I feel like it's so easy.
No,
that
I think-
it's normal.
I think,
Yeah,
I think,
right?
I think it's that he's trying to say like corruption is like embedded and coerced in our society. It's
Yeah,
not
that's
like
what I'm saying. It's normal.
Yeah,
like,
it's not
what
easy
if-
to deconstruct.
ooh.
It's not easy to deconstruct.
What if they filled up the jails with us so that when the eventual corruption is uncovered, it's like, oh, there's no room in the jails. We just I guess we'll just take fines and you go back to, corrupting another day.
Oh, okay.
Maybe.
Oh, so it's,
I don't know. That was a high thought.
Okay, that was a high
We're up
thought.
here.
That was a, you was
Well,
grabbing.
maybe.
Yeah, you was grabbing at that high thought. Also, maybe the government is secretly aliens and they're trying to protect all the black people by putting them in jail so that when they destroy the rest of the world, we're just safe behind bars. No? Okay, never mind. Never mind.
I
We
like
don't
that
know.
theory
It's a possibility.
better,
We
but-
don't know, though.
Yeah, we definitely
We
don't
don't
We
know.
don't know.
But yeah, so you've been in comedy. You love to do it.
Love
What's
to do it.
what's your highest comedy moment right now? As to
Highest
date.
comedy
To
moment?
date.
I don't know. I feel like I'm just part of my dreams. I feel like I'm getting to a place where even when I bomb, I do it gracefully,
Yeah.
Mm.
and so the downs, the lows of comedy are much lower.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I've killed before, and that's a shitload of fun. But like when you bomb and it's not that bad,
Yeah.
Yeah.
that's a fun place to be in.
Yeah. When you mean it's not that bad, like
you
it
learn a lot in
doesn't
that place.
it doesn't feel that bad
It
to
doesn't
you?
feel that bad.
Yeah.
But also because we watch a shitload of comedy. 'Cause
Yeah.
we're fucking doing mics all day long. Like I'm sick of stand up in a way. Like I'm sick of jokes.
Yeah.
The thing that I find the funniest if I see a comic bombing and his recovery game is strong.
Yeah.
Like I could just say shit like I'm from Israel. It's not my first time bombing,
Yeah. So okay, I got you. Yeah.
and he throw those in, and
Yeah.
it makes the bombing like
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
yeah,
Yeah.
pallets it. It definitely
Yeah.
pallets it.
I got you, I got
definitely,
you.
yeah, I'm
Some kind of like parkour shit.
yeah, I definitely when I started out as a comedian, I was definitely like, I don't care if I bomb. I'm going up there. I don't care if I bomb. My mentality now is always kill and kill highest.
Of course.
And if I bomb, I'm mad.
You mad?
I'm never excited if I bomb. At this moment in my life, like life is so precious and shows are so crucial because like that one show could be the show that Trevor Noah's in the audience or
Yeah.
blah blah blah. Is
You
in the
ever take it
audience.
out of the audience? Like, you guys are fucking stupid.
Oh no.
This is the dumbest fucking audience.
No, I always know it's the audience's
Nah.
fault.
Yeah.
No.
I
No,
was,
no.
I was
Like,
saying
wouldn't
things
they ever-
like,
oh.
"Don't cry for me, Argentina," like use that to pivot or something. Like if I know you didn't get the joke, I'd just be like, comedy's not for everybody. You know what I'm
Nah.
saying? You shouldn't be. And then I'll just like, there are certain.
I never take. I'm definitely because I always come from the perspective of the audience is my friend.
Okay.
And I'm just there kicking it with my friends. And if like, you know what I mean? Sometimes within 5 minutes, you'll make your friends laugh and roll. But if you're doing like a 5-minute set and you like, maybe you don't make your friends laugh. Maybe this setup.
So then it's like, fuck you,
Yeah.
homie.
Well, no,
You're stupid.
you keep talking. You keep talking to your friend. And if your time is up with that friend, you move on to the next friend. So I've never like blame the audience, get mad at the audience, but I'm definitely a person of if I bomb, oh my God, it's on. I still think about bombs from when I first started right now and thinking about how I progressed from then and then like doing like, I don't know if you know a comic, Dave Lester. He's a comic. He throws a lot of shows, right? I bombed at his show maybe about 4 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, yo, if I ever go back to Moe's, at that time he was doing a show at Moe's, I was like, I'm going to murder.
Yeah.
I'm going to murder. And I tell you, I went back and at that time I had a girl that was interested in me there.
Nice.
And I savagely killed.
Nice.
Because I was like, if I don't kill right now, I won't ever be able to, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Bombing twice in the same place What?
And Dave just killed himself.
Yeah,
He's like, I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
fucking
yeah,
make it.
yeah,
He got
yeah.
a stroke.
Yeah, he would. And also, as a producer, I think about myself as a producer. So
Okay.
if another artist is a producer and they're a comic too, they need me to be funny.
Yeah.
They need me to be as funny as possible because the audience is gonna come back if I'm funny. The audience,
Right.
as Victoria said, if I'm funny, they're gonna buy things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if I want them to buy drinks, I gotta be funny.
Yeah.
If I want them to buy my T-shirt, my NFTs, I gotta be funny. Because if I'm
You're selling
bombing,
NFTs.
yeah, of course, man.
Always be selling.
You know what I mean?
You should know this in your
You guys are
boiler
more
room
Jewish
suit.
than me. Then.
Yeah, of
Fucking
course.
selling NFTs at a
Nah,
comic
shut
shop.
up. You know
That's
what I
the
mean?
fucking most Jewish shit I've ever heard.
Yeah. I sell NFTs on the corner like crackheads. What's
You
up,
guys
baby?
running a Ponzi scheme here also?
Nah,
Hey,
you're
if-
Ponzi.
Not a Ponzi,
Not
but
a
we call it
Ponzi.
a susu. We do have a susu. If you give us $400 now in 3
You get
months,
like,
we'll give you $1,200. That's
Just
for
don't
sure.
give any money to any of the charities. They take a 75% cut.
Yeah. What happened? I don't know what happened to that thing right there.
my sleep feature is on.
Oh, okay.
It's past my bedtime, y'all.
Yo, you already know. I had to take 2 naps today to do this.
Oh, yeah.
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 2 naps, man.
2 naps.
I'm ridiculous at this point in
Goddamn.
my life.
Yeah, naps are great.
Yeah.
By the way, there are whole countries that take naps in the middle of the day.
I heard-
Like that shit was. You got to go
Where are they from?
South America, someplace
Spain,
in Europe.
I believe
every-
Spain.
No, Spain does it. Italy does it. Argentina, Venezuela, Brazil. But it's like you take a siesta from 1 to 3. When I was in Italy, everything was closed between 1 p.m. and 3 p.m. You couldn't get anything to eat, nothing to drink.
Really?
They were like, yeah, everything was closed. Pharmacy, like the
Sleep.
train still ran, but like people like
Just
go to
sleep.
lunch and they
It's like 2
sleep.
to 4, you're done. You crack out for a bit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Well,
Aren't they done? Well, that's weird. Like, aren't they fucking all addicted to cocaine? Like, how they?
or in Italy or Spain? I don't know.
I thought you said Argentina.
Oh, in Argentina. I don't know anybody's drugs of choice. I've been thinking.
I don't
like
know. I'm just saying, in the places that I've been, like I
Yeah.
found that to be the most like weird thing that like the whole country
Yeah.
pretty much shuts down. Like,
That's
there's no
crazy.
going to the store for
Well,
something
how-
you forgot. You just gotta wait.
What was the
You know?
hardest part about leaving Israel?
Leaving it, family, friends, culture. But like, the truth is, New York, you can find whatever wherever you leave, and you go to New York, you can find that same
Yeah.
vibe. Like,
Yeah.
you have everything here. This city is so great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And how long you been
Find
here in the
your
city?
the
So I've been
vibes.
here. So first of all, okay. I mean, I was born in New Jersey, lived here till I was 6,
Okay.
moved to Israel till I was about 20.
Okay. So you are in.
So were you in the
You're
army?
not a New Yorker.
3 days.
You were in the
How?
army for 3 days,
Wait, how?
and then what happened? And you just like
Did
expatted?
you
No,
quit?
no.
Like,
I actually, I mean, the truth is not because I'm against the army or against the war or anything. I'm proud to be Israeli.
Yeah.
But I did get arrested right before I drafted for selling weed.
Okay.
You know, to
Wow.
Palestinians and to Israelis, I was
Yeah,
going
yeah.
to solve the issue with the medical
Yeah,
way.
yeah.
I just get the fucking stone or dog or jail.
Everybody talking
Right,
now.
right.
Middle East crisis, you know.
It's a
But
crisis.
gas.
Yeah, the only crisis they have now is where's the ashtray?
Yeah. So because like that, it got like kind of serious. They sent like my case to court.
Mm.
So they let me out of the army just because it was like a security issue. Because
Whoa.
weed was illegal back then. I mean,
Wow.
Yeah. Is
Is
weed
it
still
illegal
illegal?
now?
now?
it's still illegal, but we're going like on a decriminalized route. Like we're
Okay.
a few years behind the U.S.
Yeah, yeah.
nice, nice.
Yeah, because I always wonder
I mean,
about
some
those.
parts of the U.S.
Like you were talking about.
Yeah.
Because it ain't legal everywhere. That's why I can't stand fucking Florida, okay? Like, I would totally chill in Florida or Virginia for a little. Like, I got family in other places. I would move these places, but weed is illegal. And I'm still black. I was like, nah, I can't. You got to be one or the other. Like,
You were
Yeah.
talking
I
about.
love it here. You go to the police station here, you can fucking just smoke outside.
You were talking about Brittany Griner in Russia. I was like,
word.
didn't she know weed was illegal there? Like, wasn't that well aware of it? Like when I went to Asia, I brought weed with me, but I knew that I might spend 4 years in jail for that nug
Okay,
of weed.
but
that I
but
brought.
here's
'Cause I
also the
refuse
thing.
to
It's
smoke
like
that
a vape cartridge, which
terrible
is like the size of maybe your eyeliner. Like
But that's
not
not the-
even
The
or
point is,
lipstick, right?
the point is not the
It was
point.
in her carry, not in her.
The
carry,
point is not
her
the
check
point.
baggage.
How much is not the point.
I'm
If,
sure she.
if
she
you
was
know
grown
the
ass woman.
law
Yeah.
and you didn't tuck that thing in them labia lips, you know what I mean? You ain't put it in that butthole. You know the law. You got it in your carry on.
Okay.
You gotta, you know what I mean? Come on, You can't.
All right, but let's not act
Accountability has to be
here's-
somewhere.
Here's
With that
also
labia lips,
You know what I
Kush.
mean? Just
a detail
I'd
that
smoke it
matters.
after that.
But here's the
I would love
detail
to.
that matters.
I would get hard after smoking that.
I'm not doing this with y'all.
what happened?
So
What's the detail?
a detail that matters in the story is that it's not as if that was her first time in Russia. She's gone back and forth. Like she's a player out there part time. She makes $1 million a year playing part time. Right?
She ain't make enough to get out of that.
The point is,
She
she shouldn't. She's only in this because of our presidents. Like that.
Why?
That's the.
She's only in
It's
this
not. I mean, she's a grown woman.
because
It's
she
not
don't
like
get paid
didn't know
enough for the
who's in there.
WNBA. They don't dunk in WNBA. I don't want to watch the WNBA. I'm not gonna pay Brittany Griner as much as I do LeBron. Have you ever seen a LeBron James dunk?
That is also not the point
I
of this
ne-
conversation.
yeah,
That's
like,
not the point of this
I'm not
conversation.
gonna pay for crossovers.
All right. So it's not even the point of this whole conversation, right?
What's the point?
The point of this conversation is that is more of a political move, like than anything else. There's no
Yeah.
reason why. I would like to believe that as a grown woman who goes to Russia regularly, right, and was out there just doing your job during this political climate, you've probably done it before, right? Because you are known to vape.
Yeah.
So you probably thought nothing of it the same way, like it would always just go. You know what I mean?
Maybe.
And at the end of the day, they know it's not harmful. Like that's more of a political move as a country.
How so?
than-
When I was in Thailand, the reason why they felt specific about drugs because they felt drugs did a certain thing to the people. Some people like literally feel that way about weed, about drugs.
Yeah.
So, and also I want to
They're
point
not
out,
100% wrong.
yeah, they're not.
I mean, we
But-
see what's going on over here.
Yeah, but
Like,
also
it's
what-
not a great climate.
Yeah, but what happens when people are totally sober, like they're Catholic priests? So anyway,
Al Qaeda is what
yeah.
They can't
Al-Qaeda's
drink. Or, they
bad.
can't drink or smoke. I mean,
just blow shit up.
But anyway, Brittany
It's much better alternative.
Brittany
What, to blow shit
Reiner
up?
has been,
It's easy.
it blows off steam. You know, you blow up a hospital.
yeah.
I'm sure it's a great stress reliever. First of all,
Oh my god.
like whatever you were worrying about in the beginning of the day, your girl left you, your mom yelled at you, whatever
You're
happened,
done.
you blew up a hospital.
You're done.
I'm sure you're not worried about whatever you were worried about before.
Nah, probably not. I was just gonna say she's been in jail for 10 months, so
Right.
we're only recognizing now that because of the political climate, but she's been locked up. So
Yeah.
before this happened, she wasn't being made an example of. She was just.
I
serving
just
the
think that
time.
it's the least that America could do.
I get-
Like,
I get-
women
yeah.
Come get us. Like
But
that's it.
how they
Come
supposed to do
get us
that?
from Russia. Like, come on. Come get us.
You want them to go start a war for Brittany Reiner?
Why not?
They wouldn't
Y'all
even-
started wars for less.
They don't
You
even look
understand?
for missing black women here. You think they're gonna
I'm very
go
aware of that. I'm
and
very aware of
shoot
that.
up
We
Russia?
Yo, let me have
Like,
my
we literally
dreams,
just
okay?
got out of
Let me have my dreams.
Yeah.
Like I'm not down for a nuclear summer right now.
Yeah, I really need
Like
to
imagine
party
we're all
this
just fucking stuck in a bomb shelter
No.
all summer. It's the nuclear
summer. I
summer.
refuse to imagine that. I'm gonna imagine shows outside. I'm gonna imagine outdoor shows. I'm gonna imagine
Bomb shelter.
finger fucking in the park. I don't know, like just,
Really?
yeah.
Fucking in the
Finger fucking in the park. That's one of my. That's on my to-do list.
Who's you finger fucking in the
You've
park?
never done that?
Well, I'm just saying.
Like ever?
I'm gonna be 40 this year, so I'm gonna be born
So
again.
you're just
Yeah.
trying to like revive it, like
Yeah,
you're
I'm
comforting
born-
your
I'm
inner
born
child
again.
right now.
Yeah,
You're
yeah,
just
I'm
like,
just wanna-
it's like I want a girlfriend. I want to hold her hand. I want
right
her
here.
hand to smell
Yeah.
like. I want my hand to smell
Either
like
out on the
her.
slide.
Yeah. But
Wanna be
either
able to,
out on the
like,
slide.
I
I'm not
miss
going
you,
that far.
Candace.
I don't really like public displays of affection, but I like secret.
In the
public
slide,
displays
it's
of
like
affection.
Yeah, I think that. I think
You know
that.
what I mean?
It's
You just
about the
feel like-
rush of maybe getting caught and knowing
Yeah.
that you might be seen, but you're not being
This-
seen.
This is my undercover finger fucking move right here. Like, you see that right there? You know, if you look the other way, it doesn't even look like you're like.
Yeah.
You see?
And that lucky
Nah,
woman
mine
could
is-
be you.
you
That
couldn't even
lucky
Mine is like
woman
Yeah,
up
I
could
and
can
be
around,
you.
like an up and
Couldn't
around.
tell.
You
That
have to
lucky
like
broad.
twist your fingers.
I gotta twist my fingers up and around.
Yeah.
Give me a tutorial afterwards.
No, I'm good.
That is-
You're good. Like you have an in-home tutor.
Yeah,
Like, you live with your tutor.
yeah,
They
I do not
ask
actually.
more questions.
I do not. But anyway, we're here with Yoni.
Yoni.
Yeah.
Klutzel. It's a very
Klutzel?
sexy last name.
Pretzel?
Kletzel.
Well, you
Klutzel.
Klutzel.
I would-
Klutzel.
you could
That
even
sounds
change-
like Klutzo.
Klutzel.
if you change your last name, right? I would change it to Stone.
Why? How about uranium?
Well, no, because well, no, I think,
Don't.
I actually just changed my Instagram handle today to Yoni Uranium.
oh yeah, I feel like
I'm getting ready for the summer.
I feel like Yoni Stone would be
Stone?
yeah,
Nah.
Too generic.
Yoni Stone.
Yeah.
Tony Stone
Yeah,
is not acceptable.
it's not acceptable.
On behalf of all black women, we will not allow you to do that.
Why?
Sorry,
Why
not
Stone?
to.
Is
You
that
can't
like
do
a
it.
black last name?
Yoni Stone? No, you've never heard of Yoni Stone?
A Yoni Stone?
Yeah.
Hey, you mean?
Okay, yeah. So Yoni Stones on the eggs, they be like you put them up the vagina and they clench them and make
Yeah.
their vagina tighter.
That it should be my last name.
Yes, that's right. Again, I told you. It's like he's like yes.
I make pussy tight.
Yes, he actually when he has sex with it gets tighter. That's
It shouldn't be honest because I'm so short I eat pussy standing up.
yeah.
So-
Oh my god, yeah. That is both terrible and hilarious.
It is because I can't think. I'm thinking about how that works, and it's like, do you have a pencil dick then? It's like, and if the pussy comes to meet you, that's how you.
No, it
Gets
just
tighter?
gets like
Like-
excited. To
Oh,
see
so it
me.
gets tighter. Yeah.
Yeah, like from being nervous, like the muscles start cleansing.
Okay.
Oh, it's like a cleansing.
I'm gonna stop
Like,
talking.
oh, like,
as
It's a
if I'm
cleansing of
woman.
the
I forgot.
the fear of the
Circumcised
Jewish
dick is coming in.
Yeah, oh my, it's been clipped. Oh my god.
Oh my god!
Uh,
Oh my god!
yeah,
The dick from the sacred tribe.
I feel like
You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
You don't know. If I could have the same thing as Moses. You don't know.
you could, man.
Yeah, I feel like Moses was a eunuch
Yeah, if
after he
You
had
feel
his
like
last
Moses-
kid. I
Really?
feel like he did all
he had the
this and then
staff though.
had
They,
sex.
in the story, they said he had the staff.
No, but
He
like,
had sex with her on her period. He split the Red Sea. You don't remember that? That's what it was.
He split the Red
It
Sea.
was nah. That's not what happened. It was all like. All right, maybe.
So anyway,
Maybe I read it wrong. That's all I'm saying. Maybe
I
I read
feel
it
like
wrong.
you did. I feel like
Maybe I
you
read it wrong. I
read
was-
everything wrong.
Yeah, I was. I
It's
didn't read
just
the rules.
us. We have to figure it out.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have to navigate around you.
What I-
That's just
Yeah,
it.
no, it's cool. What I like about being black is that you can be like anything. I can be Jewish. I can be Asian. I can be the Asiatic black man. I can be one of the 3 Russians,
Yeah.
black Russians
I
that
feel
are
like
out
that's
there.
like a movie. You should
They
do
all-
in the
what?
future. Asiatic black man.
Asiatic black man.
Asiatic black man.
Oh yeah, this is gonna be me and it was no, that was about to be a very. I would have been canceled for that joke for sure. That joke right there would have been canceled.
That joke.
That-
not like all
That-
the other
not
jokes.
the other jokes.
That
but
joke.
That joke right there was
Okay.
definitely canceled.
Okay. Well, thank God you were
Yeah,
canceled.
because I
I have
went.
a question.
Yeah.
That joke.
Let's say a white man wants to go transgender.
No,
Could he be a black woman?
I think.
That's not recommended.
Yeah.
No, I'm saying like
That would be like the ultimate form of blackface, and
I know,
I don't.
he is cutting
think-
his dick off, like he's doing
The
this.
black-
He's already cutting.
for the cause.
No,
Like,
He's
no,
already
no.
cutting
Cut
his
this
dick
guy
off.
some
He
slack.
might as well be a black woman. I don't
The
know.
blacks do not
I
accept
feel
that
like
sacrifice.
you don't accept that sacrifice.
I feel
Nah.
like
This
if,
is actually a huge
Also,
argument.
why would
Jesus
you
Club.
sacrifice your access to power? Because like white women still have some power.
They do.
You know
But
what
I'm saying like okay, like let's say you feel like you're a woman stuck inside a man's body.
yeah,
What if you feel like you're a man stuck inside a black woman's body?
I think
Then I feel like if you did that in real life, a black woman would come and stuff something in your body and you no longer be alive. I
Yeah.
just
Or
don't
you should get a Netflix
think.
show.
yeah, I feel this is how
I wish.
now that I'm thinking
Oh.
about this, to me, I feel like how far do you go with it?
Right?
You know what I mean? Are you like Rachel Dolezal, where it's just like a makeup job? Are you getting like pigment? Are you revitiligoing and getting pigment added to your skin? Are you like doing a stereotype of what you imagine
It really
a black woman
matters.
is, or are you really connecting with African American culture and diving in with that
But
and
like, why
cutting your
can't
dick
you
off?
do that
Like,
in
it
your
really
own
matters how much
skin?
money-
Well, that's the same way of saying like, why can't you be a guy and not be a woman? In that case, if we're going that far.
I feel like race is a
Race is a construct
You're
that was
saying
completely
race
race
made
more
is
up.
a
sensitive than
construct,
gender?
but
Yeah.
black as a culture, but black is still a culture.
Yeah, so is
Like,
womanness.
Yeah.
Just
also,
like, right?
Being a woman is a culture too,
It's
isn't
also-
it? Would you deny that?
Yeah.
Yes.
You deny being a woman is a culture? It's its
I
own
think
culture.
there
I-
are.
I definitely know there's male culture. There's
I
definitely
think
male
there's
culture.
women like
We act different.
feminine
when,
culture. I
Yeah,
think there's
yeah.
women
We act
culture,
very
but I
different.
think that because we keep changing the definition of what is what, and then like people keep like these people that demand more words to mean more things.
Mhm.
You know, or like say shit like I read something about like they're trying to not allow women, cis-bodied women, to be called mothers because of something that trans group. I will have to find this article again to like.
Okay, so
but like there's things of it. There's definitions.
I can
that
still be
keep
called a
changing.
motherfucker though, right?
I mean, yeah, I guess.
Only
I
if it's
mean-
true.
That's it. Man,
You know, they like instead
Only
of
if you're a milf out
instead
there.
of being like mother, I would be called birthing person.
birthing person.
Like who the fuck? What?
Yeah,
Like,
that's-
what
that's
the
a
fuck
lot.
is that? You know, I get it, but that's not my definition of it. Like
also,
I
if
don't see mother because we all have different definitions of our own. Like we all have our own definitions of a word based on
yeah,
the perspective that we've built up living in this world.
that's
Through
true.
our experiences, what we've had,
Mhm.
the knowledge that we've had the access to or not have access to.
Hmm.
So like things are seen in different ways, and like we just gotta learn how to respect them. Like,
So I have a
that's-
question for you actually.
What?
So would you want to live in a world where there was no race and no gender? We all looked exactly the same.
No,
Pogs. All I gotta say,
We're all just fucking bald.
it's just Pogs.
Hairless.
no.
Yeah.
And the same
I mean,
skin tone. I don't know what
unless
his
there was
skin tone
like
is.
a way that I could individualize my experience. Because see, like that's also it. Like human beings are all the same, but like there's very basic things that make us all the same.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So yes, I can see you as a human being, and you see that in the way that I treat you.
Yeah,
right.
there's an art exhibit that
But
shows
we
that
have
we're
to get to a place
99.9%.
where you will allow
alike.
people to claim their own identities
Mm-hmm.
and you also make space for them in the dominant culture. Like
Yep.
the
Yeah.
dominant power structure has to make space for other definitions of people to exist as they define themselves.
Yeah.
Yeah, Pogs
You know what I
wouldn't do
mean?
that. But all I know, if I had a gun, it would shoot like this.
And that's actually to get
Yeah,
back to our first conversation.
Yes.
That's one of the funnest things about being a comic.
Yeah.
Because when you
Yeah.
show with other comics, you want to have this dynamic so much of what you look like and what gender you are. The only thing that matters is if do your jokes land.
Yeah, yeah.
Right,
Are you
funny.
funny?
You know, are you fucking funny?
Are you
Yeah.
funny? Yeah, and
Gotcha.
I love that.
And that's where the power that comes from. Like the funny comedians, they're the cool ones.
Yes.
Facts.
All right. So it's been a good
It's
one.
been
Do,
a show.
do we have a good in the hood today?
We do have a good nut.
You have a good in the hood?
It's the me.
Good.
Barbie. I got the new merch in. Bloop, bloop, buy a t-shirt on. Get to a place where I can have my white skinned friends wear shirts that say Black and radical since birth, because
Mm.
we've been consuming Black culture since we've been consuming this whole time. So there's lots of great statements on there.
So maybe that man can be a black trans woman.
Podcast.
That way we
It'd
would
be
definitely
so fucking interesting.
love to have them on the podcast.
I would need to have them on the
We would.
podcast.
If you are a white man that has transitioned into being a black
trans woman.
a black trans woman,
Yes. A black
This-
woman.
This is your home.
Trans-
This is your home.
transitioned into being
Transition.
black woman.
Yes. Transition woman. You're right.
Okay,
I know. You,
trans women are
I
women.
understand
period.
birthing
So,
person. I understand birthing person.
Thank you, sperm donor.
Yes.
So
hang
contact us.
her around her, okay?
What about a white woman who became a black man? That's also
Yeah.
Should leave
Why
them
would they
out.
do
Like
that?
they're not people.
Yeah.
That would never happen because they could not create an accurate dick for her.
Yeah.
For them.
Yeah,
It's-
then we
I
need to
feel.
get the veins right. We have specific.
Yeah, they got like really complicated
Yeah,
vein structures.
It's like a different vein system with the black.
I mean, it
guys.
wouldn't
It's like-
look
yeah.
correct,
It's like
but you
poison
can
ivy.
try. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We have a different heat that projects off of our penis. It's like it's a heat
Yeah,
from
it
the
goes like this.
sun.
Pew, 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 pew.
Actually, you know what? I make sense because I've met white women that love black dick.
Yeah.
I would get that maybe one of them would want to have one for herself.
Yes, of course. Yes, Maybe one.
I mean,
Well,
Dave's into
If you're a white woman who's transitioned into a black man, please
Oh,
also contact us. We want to know your story. How many veins did they give you?
You do comedy.
Yeah. But yeah, man, we're gonna. It feels like a wrap it up.
Yeah.
You said good in the hood. I don't have any.
Notorious RBJ.
Yep.
.art is that simple. Notorious NOTORIOUS.
Oh yeah. Green apple. I don't have a green apple.
My green apple is Beans Mo the Prince.
Beans
Bean Mo the Prince.
Bean
Bean
Mo-
Mo the Prince.
I don't know who's that.
Yo, he's hilarious. He does all of these like little skits and parodies.
Bimo the Prince.
About
Hashtag
like just God
at-
talking to all the years 2020. God went in his latest skit. God went on vacation, and that
Ooh.
sounds accurate.
Yo,
Kinda
follow
is.
him out. Follow him out.
Kinda
Bimo the
Y'all
Prince.
should follow him. He's hilarious. You know.
Wagwan next. We
Wagwan
got
next.
we got the show this Friday here at Unruly, 200
This
Cooper
Friday,
Street.
yes.
It's gonna be smokes and jokes. We got Alyssa the actress. We have Omi Love the musician. We have
Right. All
we
right.
have Aldo Malspina.
All right.
Lisa Harmon. We got some ladies for Women's Month. We got some.
All right.
We got
Love
some-
the lady.
Yo, am I on that?
You can come and get some time. You know,
Listen.
we got a
Awesome.
2-hour
Thank
slot
you.
for comedy,
Thank you.
so to make sure. Yeah,
We
you're
appreciate
you're
supporting Black women.
Yes.
Being Black
I
women.
actually might transition to a black woman and do some time on the show.
Hey man, if you come, just make sure you study Black culture. Don't
As your
do it
boss,
as a
you're not
flex.
allowed to do
How much
that.
time do I have to study before I?
Hey,
No, you're not allowed to do that.
Yeah,
As
but
your
you-
boss, you are not allowed to do that.
Years
If you
and
ever
years
do
of
that,
study.
you automatically forfeit all of your
I would
like.
get a Netflix
Any
deal like that.
inheritance?
Like I wouldn't even.
Hey man, I'm looking forward to.
I hold the rights to it if you do
Yeah.
If I
that.
do that.
That's right. 'Cause
Yoni
you're my-
Stone.
you're my
Yoni
sugar
Stone.
bush.
My Instagram
My
is Yoni
shoosh.
Uranium.
Yes, Yoni Uranium.
Yoni Uranium.
Yeah.
Wrap it up, B. Wrap it
I
up.
do
Wrap it
some
up.
pranks on there.
You do pranks?
I do some street pranks and shit.
Oh wow.
And I do
Yo,
comedy.
anybody ever punch you in the face?
Yeah, I actually just got a concussion recently
Wow.
under my eye. That's why it's a little bit more.
So
close.
why?
It's not
why,
from. It was
why-
at a club. It wasn't.
No.
I went to
No,
a
I
club
mean,
with a
we're
bunch of
doing-
Israeli guys,
Uh-huh.
and like part of our culture is like if one guy gets beat up, we all have to get beat up.
Yeah,
What?
that is.
No, so we jumped in to get him, and then like 30 people jumped in.
Wow.
But it was like an interracial kind of gang, like it was white guys and black guys together.
Mm.
So it was progressive.
It was very progressive.
It was
That's
very
nice.
progressive.
That was like
Once
it
they're
was.
working at you.
It was like a United Benetton out of war. That's,
Yeah.
yeah. So we all just kill each other over politics rather than
Exactly.
color. Yeah,
Like
love
I
that.
got my ass kicked, and I was more woke afterwards.
Yeah, that is amazing. Yeah, I had a good show.
I like that. I think we
Did you think we bombed? Did we bomb or no?
I think we did it with grace. You know what I
We
mean?
did it with-
Like, we did it gracefully.
I had a good time.
We bombed with Grace.
Wait, April 1st, I got
April
because
1st.
I don't think we're gonna do the next podcast before this. So April 1st, Friday, April 1st, doing another RPJ Global Jam at Silvana, 7-9.
We won't be there.
And-
We'll be here at 200 Cooper Street. Yeah, 7 to 9. Well, maybe you can come afterwards. 'Cause
Yeah, I'm
we start
definitely gonna come
around.
afterwards.
We have Paperboy the Prince here that day.
Oh, I'm so excited for that.
Yeah, so I got to.
Paperboy for Governor. Let's
Yeah.
get one about
I think
it.
Sound Frontier is here that day too. So who's gonna be playing it? Because I can't play your show then.
We're gonna figure it out.
7
We
to
out
9?
here. I believe we're gonna have right now, as it stands, we have Deuce Ellis and Carissa Matsushima.
Oh,
These are two of my favorite musical acts. Like just
Matsushima, I like her.
they're like two of the dopest people on the face of the planet, but their
Yeah.
music is also amazing. Like all their art they make is amazing.
Yeah, yeah.
And I especially love the way that Deuce like is attacking. You know, he just rolls it out all together. It's the music and the apparel and the and the LPs and the this and the that. So it's like it's not just one mode of attack. It's on some. This is like every direction. And
That's
angle.
what's up.
So I respect that. You know,
Yeah, for sure.
as artists, we got to get our keep our merch game
I
up.
told you, buy
Keep
my
your merch
NFTs.
game up. Buy the NFTs. You know what I'm saying? The comedy NFTs. How's that going for you?
It's been decent. I got a comedy NFT show this Friday in the metaverse.
What does that mean?
No way.
I'm gonna be in the metaverse doing comedy, like
What?
yeah. So people gonna have Oculuses on and like listen to me talk about comedy and shit like that. It's pretty,
That's
awesome.
dope.
it's pretty cool. So,
That's
like-
what I'm talking about.
the metaverse has something to offer out there.
Smokes and joking in the metaverse. I think that is a good place to say, yo, we thanks for watching.
Yeah.
We love you if you
It's a
laugh,
step in the right-
follow,
that's a
like.
step in the right direction.
The
MC.
podcast.
This is the theme song.